Today we're making spiced marshmallows. Come on in, welcome to my home. Today is such a fun recipe because we're making spiced homemade marshmallows. It is so easy, it just takes a little time, and I would highly suggest a stand mixer that is very sturdy because we're going to be using this thing for a long time. But let's get started. All the ingredients are listed below and they will flash up on the screen as we use them. But the first part, I'm going to take unflavored gelatin, that's 3 packages of it, and water. Put that in my mixing bowl, give it a little whisk. Now I'm going to have to let this sit for 10 minutes. In 10 minutes we're going to come back to it and it will be great. So while our gelatin is gelling, we're going to line a pan with parchment paper. Make sure that you have enough parchment paper to go all the way up the side. Once I have the width in, place it back in, and I'm going to do the length. Now the fun part. At the corners, I'm just going to meet the corners and fold. Do it again on this side. Meet the corners. Create a triangle. Place this in. Fold over the edges to help hold it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now, the important thing. I'm going to spray this with cooking spray. I'm using butter flavored, but you can use whatever. Now it's all sprayed. Then lightly dust this with powdered sugar, or confectioner sugar, or whatever you want to call it. We're going to set this aside, and like I said, this one doesn't have to be perfect. The weight of this will take care of it. However, what does have to be done, it has to be greased and it has to be sugared because this stuff is really sticky. Really sticky. You'll thank me for this later. So let's let this sit while our gelatin is blooming. Also, while our gelatin is blooming, we're going to make a syrup, sort of. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take sugar, water, and corn syrup. I'm going to take this over to the stove, or oven, or whatever you want to call it, range top, and bring it to a boil. We will boil it for 1 minute and then remove it from the heat. Alright, our syrup is still really hot. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of pumpkin pie spice. You can make your own pumpkin spice just by hitting that eye in the sky. It'll teach you how to make pumpkin spice. Now I'm going to slowly add my hot syrup into my gelatin mixture. Whoa! That smells so good! Alright, now the fun part. We're going to mix this, whip it, for about 12 minutes. You want to keep an eye on this so that way you can make sure that it isn't doing anything strange, but let this go for about 12 minutes. It is one of those things which is just really cool, but let it whip for 12. Our mixture it's mixed now for 12 minutes. I'm going to put it in our parchment lined pan, and there's a reason for this. The reason it's parchment lined and I have everything ridiculously greased, because it's so sticky. It is so sticky. Alright. Now you're just going to try your best to flatten everything out. Then I'm going to let this sit. I'm going to put mine in the refrigerator for about 2 hours. Once it comes out of the refrigerator, it'll be really cool, but right now, 2 hours in the refrigerator. Alright, it's been 2 hours. Now we're going to get into the sticky part, and I do mean sticky. You are going to want to use some sort of cooking spray. I'm going to spray my knife down. I have a nice damp rag. We're going to take the marshmallows out of the pan. I'm going to lightly sprinkle powdered sugar on top. Doesn't matter if it's perfect because, well, you'll see why I'm doing this. In a plastic bag, or in a bag, it can be any kind of bag, I have powdered sugar in the bag. So now I'm just going to take my greased knife and cut. With each cut, you're going to want to wipe off your knife. You can cut these into any size you want. Now you can see what the powdered sugar was for. Once you have those cut in strips, go ahead and cut them into cubes. Once you have your cubes cut, we're going to take these, dump them into our bag, and completely cover them with powdered sugar. I do have another bag ready to take our powdered marshmallows. Now, questions I've always been asked are, people are like, well, do you keep these in the refrigerator? I do, and I think you should, simply because they are made out of gelatin. Once your powdered sugar is gone, just go ahead and add more. The powdered sugar will help keep them from sticking. Now, if you're going to not use your marshmallows for a long time, you can lay them out on parchment paper and let them slightly dry that way in the refrigerator, but I'm going to use mine right away, but I first want to give one a taste. Wow. I mean, like, really, wow. That is truly a pumpkin pie spice marshmallow. The pumpkin pie spice just sort of explodes into your mouth. It is one of those really cool things that would be s'mores, or imagine a pumpkin pie s'more, or anything that would take a marshmallow. That is amazing. This is really cool. Pumpkin pie spice marshmallows are they're spiced marshmallows. They are so good. I highly recommend these. If you make these, let me know. You can get a hold of me on most social media at cmcolemanhome. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You can share it. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the other videos on this channel. I love making these videos for you, and I hope I get to see you again next time.